Welcome to episode 2. It's all about personal Kanban. This is my favorite lean topic to share. And I'm coming to you straight from my new home office, the corner of my dining room. As you can see, I've taken over my dining room and some of its walls for my own personal Kanbans. These have been really effective to help me manage my day-to-day, manage the flow of my work, and keep me focused on what things need to be done at the right moment at the right time. Personal Kanban is one of the many visual management tools used in Lean, and it's a Japanese word for billboard or signboard. And there are 3 principles to personal Kanban or Kanbans in general, and these are visualize the flow of your work, limit your work in progress, and contain the flow. You see, Kanbans, they won't help you solve the problems in your day-to-day, but they will show you where the problems are happening if you are using them effectively. So it's a way to also improve your work and optimize the flow of your work. And when I say work, I don't mean just work, but any task that requires your time, your effort, and your energy. You can capture those and make them flow. Now, the benefits are to see work, you can measure it and improve it. And if it's with a team, you can also improve it collaboratively with team flow boards or team Kanbans, which is for another video. Today's video is really focusing on personal Kanban as a personal productivity tool. Now, you can make a Kanban out of really anything. You can use paper and Post-its. You can use your wall. You can use your fridge with paper and magnets if you'd like. You can even use clothespins, believe it or not. Really, it's all up to you, all up to what you have at home, and try to make it work and be creative with it. I love Post-its, so I'm going to show you how I do it with Post-it notes. Now, it's really easy to make a personal Kanban. Really, all you need is a piece of paper and 3 columns. So you separate it in columns. And your first column is going to be your to-do column. This is where you put all of your tasks that need to be done. And it's really helpful to understand how long each task is going to take, so that when you're ready for it, you can estimate if you have time for it at any given point in time. So try to become an expert time estimator, and if you don't know how long a task is going to take, then just try it and see how long it takes and make note of it. Now, the idea is that you'll have all of your tasks with sticky notes like this. And you may want to color code or shape code if you'd like. And when you are ready to take on a task, you'll pull your task into the second column, which is the doing column. This is really important to limit your work in progress. Normally, as a general rule of thumb, we like to put a little 3 in there. This is based on your capacity, and some people may be able to take on a little bit more. And some may want to just see 1 task in there, and that's fine. As a general rule of thumb, don't put more than 3, especially when you're starting out. Think about this sentence: stop starting, start finishing. Have you ever found yourself cleaning the bedroom? You're cleaning, and then you find something that belongs to the living room. So you bring it to the living room, then you start cleaning the living room. Then you find something that belongs to the kitchen, so you bring it to the kitchen, start cleaning the kitchen, and at the end of the day you've done a whole lot of cleaning, but have you actually finished anything? Stop starting, start finishing. You have to finish a task before you can really focus on starting one and finishing it properly. Now, this is actually proven in our biology and in our psychology. We actually have a psychological need to complete a task. There's something called the Zeigarnik effect, which is that the human brain needs closure, because tasks that are incomplete tend to create intrusive thoughts in our minds, and they cause us to dwell on what's left incomplete, and it actually slows us down. So make sure you stop starting, start to finish. Focus on the right thing at the right time, and limit your work in progress as much as possible. then you'll be able to manage the flow and the capacity within your time available. Now, when you're done doing your task, you pull it and you put it into the done column. This is like brain candy. It's like a dopamine rush. You know the feel-good hormone? It actually makes you feel good because you've completed something. It boosts your self-esteem and it makes you feel fulfilled. Now, who doesn't want that, right? This is actually really good too because at the end of the day or the week, you can use this as a reflection. Have you ever found yourself working a whole lot during the day or the week and you finish that and you're like, what have I done? What have I actually completed? I know I've done a lot of work, but what have I actually finished? Now, you can use this as a reflection to say, hey, if I had 5 tasks, let's say, as a goal in my to-do for this week, and at the end of the week, the same 5 tasks are there, then great, that's a pat on the back. I did my work. That's wonderful. If there are more, even better. If there are less or if they're different, then you can start asking the question, why? What was an obstacle or a barrier to my own personal flow of work? And what can I do about it to do a little bit better next week? So keep that in mind as you start reflecting on your done. There's a manager that I'm coaching. He started using this tool and he started putting the day of the week that he finished each task and in order. He's trying to set targets for how many tasks he can complete during any given day. So at the beginning, he thought, maybe I'll do 1 task a day and that's my target. But he's seeing now that, he's completing on average 2 tasks per day, which is really great. So now there's a new target and there's something to aim for every week and to try to improve as you experiment your way to doing things better. So there's also a section here for pending. This is if if you worked on something and you want to send it to someone for approval or to confirm or take a look, you can put that task here and when it's done, when this person sends it back to you, then you can reprioritize. Does it need to go back into doing and action right away? Or does it go into to-do until you're ready for it? So now what we're going to do is a small exercise. I'd love for you to participate in this. And I'd like for you to go and get some paper, a pen or pencil, and some Post-it notes. And you're probably wondering, right now? Yes, right now. There's no time like the present, so put the video on pause and go get that stuff so that we can do a small personal Kanban exercise together. So go ahead, go get that stuff. All right, so hopefully you've put the video on pause, you've gotten the supplies. If you don't have Post-it notes, again, you can use your creativity to use something else, but at least do the exercise and write things down. What I'd like for you to do is an exercise that I call the brain dump. So I'd like for you to take the next 2 minutes and basically empty your mind of everything that you have to do. So whether it's work-related or personal or both, it's totally up to you. The way that I've organized my personal Kanban, for example, is I have 3 sections, 1 for home, 1 for StatCan work, and 1 for other work that I'm doing for a First Nations alliance. And so you can also do that or put them all together or color code them. It's up to you. But right now, let's focus on the brain dump. So take the next 2 minutes to write down everything, every task that you have on your mind. And then put the video on pause and come back after 2 minutes. All right, so hopefully you've done the exercise. And if you haven't, just go and do it, okay? It's really important. My question for you is, how do you feel? How did it feel to do the exercise? I remember the first time I did the brain dump exercise, I felt completely overwhelmed because there were sticky notes everywhere. But at the same time, I felt really empowered because now I had control over my work rather than my work controlling me. And I find this is why the Kanban tool is really powerful, so that you can actually choose to do the right thing at the right time, depending on various factors like priority, how much time you have, and who's involved, and the urgency of things. You're probably wondering at this point, why all these sticky notes? Can I not just do this online, digitally? It's 2020. Yes, you can. Oftentimes, I encourage people to start with the paper and pencil, just to get into the routine of seeing things. Human beings are used to seeing. We get 75% of what we know visually. So it's so important that it's sort of in your face. But if you do like to use electronic tools, there are many tools out there that are really, really great, such as Trello, Monday.com, and if your team is onboarding to MS Teams, there is an app in Office 365 called Planner. And these are all great, and you can also build team flow boards in all of those online tools. So going beyond the personal Kanban, but using this as a visual management tool for your team and your team's work, which is going to be a separate video. So thanks for listening, and I would invite you to subscribe to this channel so that you can get advance notice. Make sure you comment at the end below, and try the personal Kanban, do the brain dump activity, and let us know what you thought, and let us know how will you be using the personal Kanban. See you next time.